Hello from the Yarn Closet in southern Arizona. Come here, Mitzi. Today we have guest stars. Mitzi, you know, Rascal, and Bitsy. Hi, Rascal. Do you have to be the center of attention? Okay. Oh, hi, Bitsy. See Mitzi and Bitsy? Bitsy and Rascal are my ex-husband's dogs. We had no idea we were getting matching dogs. No idea. Just sort of happened. But today my daughter is in Tucson. She would normally watch the dogs. Because he comes and takes my son out to lunch. And his son, our son. But they've had fires up where he lives north of Tucson. They were pretty close, and I was pretty concerned, so I'm glad he's doing okay. And so I'm going to do a podcast because now I'm hanging out with the dogs while they are having lunch because we got cats in the house, and Rascal tends to chase cats. So, here. Oh, what are you guys all doing? Where are you? Why is everybody like behind my chair or under? Are you under my chair? I think they're under my chair. So here we go. Okay, remember how I said I wanted to change the room around? I put this in here and took the wooden bookshelf out. I got this footstool and chair from my mom. That footstool is too tall for that chair. Now, if you took the wheels off of it, then it would probably work better. So I'm going to look into that. I might just do that. It's going to be nice to have a chair out here that I can sit in comfortably. As I'm aging, what comfortable is certainly changing. Because something more like that, or that's a little bit firmer, is what I find comforting. Hi, Bitsy. There's a little Bitsy girl. Yes, you are. And Mitzi, Bitsy and Mitzi. Yes. Hi, little girl. So she is a Terrier Chihuahua mix. She is a Terrier Maltese mix. He's a Bichon that's been shaved. And so this is the way it is right now. I don't love it. I'm going to put this flush against the wall and maybe see how that feels, because we also are out here twice a week lifting our little weights and exercising, the three of us, me and the two kids. So I need space for that. I did get a few more skeins of yarn from my mom because they just moved. We just moved them yesterday. Look at that. My husband got me a Yarn Closet sign for some kind of gift. Mother's Day, our anniversary. He doesn't really know. I think he thought it was our 10th anniversary. It's actually our 11th. And a friend from a podcast that he watches, a marine podcast, made it. Most people, I don't know. I'm still having, and I think it has to do with lifting the weights, I'm still having pain in my neck and shoulders. So that's bothering me and making it hard to really dig into any knitting or... So Bitsy is now laying next to me. Mitzi is on the opposite chair, and Rascal's on the floor in front of us. My ex is single, and he runs a business. And so the dogs are always with him, always. So sometimes he's got someone that watches, because it's a 2-hour drive down here, to then spend an hour and a half, 2 hours with our son, and then drive back. So it's a lot. which is why when our son spends a couple days with him, we'll usually drive him up, and then, you know, he'll drive him back, or we'll meet somewhere in Tucson. I just really wish I could dig into something that felt better project-wise for summer. Is he standing on you? I think you're standing on her. Oh, that was not very nicest. No, I love you too. Rascal is, I think, the reason why my daughter wants a dog, because she loves Rascal. He's very kind and cuddly, and we'll cuddle with her whenever she's watching them. We normally will take them on a good walk around the property. Good, I would say half mile or more. But I always have them on leashes, because as much as they do come when you call them, they really are attached to my ex. And so I just don't want to be responsible for losing somebody's dogs. So after I podcast, then I'll probably take them on a walk, and that'll help them for the ride home, although they're used to long rides and just being with him. I don't know if you can hear the fan noise in the background. There is a fan that's on. Oh, Mitzi, come here, be with me and the guys. Oh, Bitsy and your little chunky nose, your little chunky nose, your short chunky nose. You guys are so funny. They're just so funny. Hi, little chunky nose. Hi. Hi. And then, that's my dog, pouting. See, I don't think my dog is another dog. Did that even make any sense? I don't think my dog is another dog. My hair, I think, is staticky today. I am trying to do that knitted blanket. I'm trying to do it in squares. I've decided to do probably just garter stitch. I'm going to do some corner to corner garter stitch squares. I'm going to do just whatevs. And I'm not making a lot of progress on it. It's not going all that fast. Because like I said, this is just really hurting. I think my husband is laying down for a nap right now. Part of the appeal of that green footstool is the wheels, because they are retro wheels. It brings the retro together, but height-wise, it's not the height that you want it. So it is a good height to sit at by the table, like chair height for a table. I don't know. We also took a chair from my other dad's house and gave him a recliner from their old house. They moved to a different 55 plus park, and so everything's on one level because they're concerned with falls right now. And that park allows kids to visit any time of the year and swim in the pool any time of the year. They're not limited to a 2-hour window during the day. Or a couple of the parks that they've lived at have limited the times the kids could actually swim to like the hottest time of the day. It was pretty unpleasant. And, okay, so Bitsy just got off my lap, and now Mitzi is like, do I take the spot on the lap, or do I follow the other dog around? What do I do? And there's plenty of little nooks for them to be, because this is, if one of our cats or animals has an injury, this is where they stay. Are you not a jumper? She's not a jumper. That's so funny. So honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I mean, I do like this chair. I don't typically like chairs with the ruffle around the bottom. Um, but somebody put like masking tape around the legs, the wooden legs. So now that's really old and brittle. So I'd have to take that all off, see what the legs then look like, and then take the ruffle off. For now, it's clean enough. My mother would be mortified right now. And it's good. I keep wondering why I am not super motivated. I think it's that sweater that I knit completely in the wrong needle size. And just the fact that I crocheted so much this last year that that's harder on my neck and shoulder. This is where I got the frozen shoulder, but I've also had a neck problem since for about 30 years. I ripped like the pad between your discs and your neck, and all the fluid came out of it. So then that like soft squishy pad that's supposed to be in between really is non-existent. I mean, it did heal over time, but it never came back to the extent that it was supposed to be, the thickness. So then I have ankylosing spondylitis in my neck and in my lower back, which is just like where there's some injury to discs, and so it's kind of fusing in those spots. And so it's this annoying chronic pain. You're so cute. He comes back every time. We're not bad people. You like us. I know you like that girl a lot more. She's up with her grandparents today. And I love my hair shorter, but I also don't. Because there's a style to it that just doesn't seem to come most days. And this is a fresh, like I washed it today, so it's never quite as good the first day as it is the second day. And I can't decide if it's too long, not long enough. Because part of me really likes it when it is quite short, like around ear length. And I don't like the bubbly effect that this cut has. But I also think it's quite a bit thinner. And I did just hear about the minoxidil eyebrow thing, where you put minoxidil on your eyebrows. Can't use it on your eyelashes, but I just don't know that I want to make that much of an effort. So tomorrow will be 10 days since we've been out of school, and I've just been doing stuff. We've moved to my parents. I've been prepping for some painting I'm going to do in the main bathroom. I've got to get my husband to do the caulking, which I hope he does. Otherwise, it's not going to be great. And I'm not looking forward to that. But I'm going to do that the second week of June when my daughter's in her camp in Tucson. She's going to theater camp for a couple weeks. And I've done some repairs on the outside of the house. We had a woodpecker, done some touch-up painting. I really love my mom's place. I do love the character of an old build home. Like, our home has character because it's old, but it's also over 3 years since we've painted. We didn't do the best job when we moved in. We didn't paint everything we should have. It absolutely needs touch-up exterior paint. It needs interior paint. It needs some window repairs. It needs some new windows. That would be a great thing. The kitchen cabinetry is sort of falling apart. But who can afford any of this stuff? I mean, who can nowadays? We just had that vehicle that fell apart, or didn't really fall apart, but had a problem that was not something we could really deal with. So I have the long dog, the Bitsy, and now the Mitzi. Yes, it's okay. You want to be up there? You can be up there. And I think the only reason Mitzi really likes having them visit is she doesn't have to wear her diaper during the visits. Because we're usually outside or in one of the outside rooms, like the studio or the yarn closet. And you're just so cute. There you are. I do love you too. I do. So it's nice to just spend, we only have an 8-week summer, so it's nice to spend a few weeks getting a little bit of stuff done. Our oldest might visit that second week of June or in between the second and third weeks. My sister-in-law who moved to her property a while back, my husband's still helping her a lot with things. And they're really coming along, so that's good. I just really wish that I could kind of get into a project. I mean, what projects get you excited over the summer? It hasn't been super hot yet. Like the last couple of summers have been so crazy. It hasn't been that bad yet. But we're supposed to have like a killer monsoon. And monsoon is a period of time. And because we have caliche, the ground in Arizona is called caliche. It's the dirt is so compacted that when we do have rain, and if we do have a lot of rain, it doesn't soak in fast enough. So then you get the flooding. And that's when the washes fill with water and they look like the rivers that they once were. And, God, you two are so cute. They're so cute. So I don't know. There's a few skeins of chunkier yarn that I normally work with that my mom gave me that I might do like a baby blanket. That kind of feels like it might be a thing. Like corner to corner with some stripiness. Do you want to see the colors? I'll show you. You got to stay right up there. Okay, so one of these is a 5. I've got this Bernat Softy Chunky in this taupey color. And then I've got about like a skein and a half of this. Then I've got about 2 skeins. And this is a buttercream alpaca. Now the problem being that this alpaca, I didn't realize that's what it was. It does say that it's machine washable. So it's just a bit fuzzy, but it's this off green color, and that's a 6. And then I have 1 skein of some homespun thick and quick. So these are all machine washable. And I think if you kind of look, I think it would work. It would be very textural. The problem is that the homespun's a 6, this is a 6, this is a 5. The homespun and this alpaca are both a bit fluffy. I just have never really felt like this homespun really works up like a 6. I've just never quite felt that. But I don't know. I like this crocheted more than I like it knitted. But I think that because of my neck and shoulder, I really need to knit it. One of the things, my mom had a few of my bigger needles, so I did get back a large Chow 8mm, and it's longer. It's got to be like a 32 circular needle. So that would be really nice for making a blanket. And I think if I went corner to corner in a garter stitch, once again, go fluffy, why not? Start with the green, do the brown, do the homespun, then do some brown, then maybe do more homespun, more green. I don't know. There's got to be since I'm going to get different widths of stripes, and I've only got this amount of yarn, I just think it's got to be baby blanket size. But also, if there's a way I could kind of figure out half, I could knit from corner to where I felt like I've gotten through half my yarn, and then finish. But it would definitely be corner to corner with like not much of a border. And if you do that dishcloth pattern, you can kind of throw a border in there by doing a little yarn over a couple stitches in, and that kind of gives you the border feel. So I think that's a way to be able to use up all the yarn without running out or having too much left over, because I really don't want any left over. I mostly like working with worsted weights, crocheting with the acrylics. I don't love acrylic because it never goes away, but it's just more kid friendly. And here's the other thing. Oh. I don't know that I can even do it. Okay, Bitsy. Oh, but God. I'll take off the other shoe. We'll see if we can do this. Okay. See these? These are Amazon purchased wool socks. So I had another couple of my socks blow out, my hand knits, and I'm going to mend them. I just can't pull it together to do it. And stinky feet run in my family. So ever since I switched to hand knit woolen socks, see their little ears? I love these dogs with the big tall cat ears. I love you too, Rascal. Rascal, by the way, is a white dog. It's just Arizona Dusty that makes him look like a taupe dog. Mitzi, it's just someone driving down the road. What do you do with life? You just gotta try stuff. So maybe that's the thing I'm gonna start next, and maybe that will engage me and keep me happy for a while. I'll be honest, I'm just bored. I'm bored. You know, hubby doesn't really do much, or want to do much, and the economics of life right now don't allow for much, and so I'm just bored, and I need to fill that, but in an economically friendly way. So thank you for being here and helping me talk through that problem and giving me some real motivation towards what to do next. Um, and I really hope that the background noise of that fan got like muffled out in the magic of electronics today, because I liked this podcast. I know I didn't chat enough about the yarn. I know. But these dogs are so stinking cute. And I don't know if I posted the pictures of the video. I know I was in the playroom the other day. That's changed just slightly. Like the cats knocked over the lamp, and so I had to put the standing lamp over by the big red chair and the bed couch, and so that looks a lot better. It's nice to have a little spaciousness. We are planning down the road that my dad will hospice at our house, so he's also a twin bed person, so that's one reason why we've kept it not overly stuffed, and why I went down in a bed size is to make sure there's enough space to get a second bed in there. And I don't know, it's just summer. It's not too hot. It's been pretty decent. The rain is supposed to start early, so we're hoping sometime in June. I think if we have a crazy monsoon, it's going to be really weird at school, because we have an open campus. You can't be taking kids out from one room to another room and walking them in the rain. So it's going to be very interesting, and certain areas of the campus tend to flood. So, I mean, I'm excited to see how that pans out for next year. I am looking forward to next year, based on how fast this year went. I really do miss the people and the activity and the usefulness I feel of being there day in and day out. And so I am hopeful for this 25-26 school year. I'm excited to see my daughter blossom. I think she'll blossom this year. I think theater camp is going to be really good for her. She's got a great memory. And I don't know. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. Look with your heart first, not your eyes.